With our data visualization complete now, it's time to take a look at what the results mean. So we complete our analysis. We provided some visualization to better understand the results of our analysis. Now we're going to place this in context of our project. So if we go back to our analysis questions, the first question was, what are our strengths for teaching online? And so if we look at our visualization, particularly this question ID, or the differences in positive responses, we can see that questions 51 and 54 produce the greatest differences between online and on-campus students. Online students had a much more favorable response to these two questions, and we can see that those differences were significant. So if we take a look at, go to my reference tab and take a look at questions 51 and 54, we can see that these questions, Likert-style questions, were related to the feedback, the quality of that feedback, as well as the timeliness of the instructor feedback on assignments. So if we put this back into context of our results, we can then say that when compared to Duluth students or main campus students, online students report greater satisfaction with the quality of feedback on assignments and the timeliness of this feedback. So that's what we see as our biggest strength of the online experience, is that our online faculty or our online students report greater satisfaction with the quality of feedback that they get, and as well as how soon their assignments are graded. So the next question is, what are our weaknesses with teaching online? So here we're going to go to the differences chart again and see that question 119 is really the only area in which the online students didn't respond as favorably as our on-campus students. So looking up on the reference tab in the data set, question 119 was, I was able to get the help I needed to learn. So what does that mean? That means that when compared to Duluth students, online students report a lower satisfaction with access to the help that they needed to learn the course material. All right, and the third question was, are online students less satisfied than on-campus students? And we can see between our two charts off to the right here that with the exception of question 119, online students responded favorably at a higher rate than on-campus students. So therefore, we can say that with exception to access to help learning the course material, online students reported greater satisfaction across all areas within the scope of this survey. So those are our three research questions, and through this we can get a better idea of what it's going to take to improve the experience for online students. And so then based on this, our recommended actions are, first, that we want to continue to encourage our online faculty to provide quality and timely feedback on assignments. This is a strength of our online education, and this can also be perhaps improved for our on-campus students. Number two, so I guess back to number one, this is showing what our strengths are and that we want to continue those strengths. So number two, the greatest deficiency for online students in terms of what they're reporting their satisfaction at is access to help for our online students. So what we need to do is we need to look to improve access to help for our online students. And then related to that is that we need to increase both the availability and the quantity of services for our online students. And then another follow-up recommended action here is that we really want to understand the differences in the positive responses between online and Duluth students. It is curious that there's such a consistent difference between online students and on-campus students in terms of their favorable response to these 16 survey questions. So we should take a closer look at that. That could be a continued study to understand why online students are responding more favorably than on-campus students to these questions. So this is the results of the survey, taking a look at the result of the analysis, visualizing them, and then placing them in context of the problem that we're trying to solve and the research questions that we asked. as you can see, the results of the analysis, aided by our visualizations, really help us answer those research questions. So we just completed the complete analysis of this course survey data, and we're able to successfully come up with an action plan to address the problem that we're facing based on the results of our surveys.